What's happening, people? It's your boys, Black and Blue, back at you once again, February 2nd, kicking off this Black History Month. What's happening with you, Black Ice?
Man, what's good with you, bro?
I can't call it. I can't call it, man. Just waiting for this Black Panther movie to drop, man. I've been seeing a few premieres, they showing out, they getting suited and booted with their attire, man. Look like it's gonna be a big one, man, for us.
Yeah, it's exciting. They had the world premiere this past Monday. I want to say in Hollywood, and yeah, it's like all black, black carpet, you should call it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody looked good, and but more was what made it so exciting was the very next day. I was reading the reviews, and it seemed like everybody loved the movie.
Okay.
Black and white that was there, and the common consensus was like they're one of the best Marvel movies since the last Captain America movie, and that says a lot because I really like that movie.
Okay.
So I'm really excited now knowing that the movie may be as good as the hype.
Right. And I know pre-sales, man, are out the roof.
Yeah, they said it broke the record of Captain America. The most pre-sales in the 24-hour period of any Marvel movie. So
Okay.
that's exciting too.
All right, man. Had a pretty interesting week, man. The Grammys was on and popping. I, t-
Yeah,
I
man.
told you my boy Bruno was gonna clean up. I know a lot of people mad. I know the Jay Z stands having a fit, man. But come on, you gotta give it to what it is, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Get
I,
out
I
your
was rooting
feelings.
about Bruno. I figured he gonna get the album of the year. Yeah, Jay Z get a snub. To me, he was a snub. Like I mean, it was a lot of talent nominated this year, and let's be honest, man. Jay Z did not have the best rap album in that category, and he did not, and of course, he didn't have the best album. Period.
Okay.
So. And I don't believe in no pity Grammys. I mean, like, yo, I mean, if you really care about getting a Grammy,
He's got a Grammy
you know,
before though, so it's not even a pity
yeah,
Grammy.
yeah,
So
like, well, he's a part of his career where he just doing this to be doing it at this point. You know what I
right.
mean? So I mean, he not like he had to record to get to his next meal. Like he's good for life, plus some.
As dope as
So
444 is a great album. But sometimes I wonder is it the hype so much because this is the album people been wanting Jay to make for the last few years and he finally made it. But did he make it at a time when he had a lot of competition out?
I think, well, first, I don't think it was a great album. I think it was decent at best. And the reason I
Wow.
say
Okay.
that because
He dropped a lot of
because like
jewels though. He was dropping jewels. But like
yeah,
I say this though, but this is my only thing, especially with Jay Z, especially when you got a lot of critics and stuff talking about the music and the older heads putting out music. It's music out there for grown man hip hop, and it is what it is. So every time Jay Z or Nas drop an album, people make it like that's the new what's going on, or that's like people talking about real topics, man. But you got a whole lot of artists, so because that's the
I
one you chose to
mean,
put the shine on, or well, but it's still a good album. But I still, so
I just feel
I
like
called Bruno Mars. I called that. Salute to the
yeah, you
homie.
did. You did. I mean, as far as Jay Z and his gems on the album, to me, he was still like on the surface. Like to me, a deeper, a more complex album where I feel like we went a little bit beneath the surface would be a Tribe Called Quest album. I think their last album was deeper than Jay's album. You know what I'm saying? Far from like the quote unquote old heads. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and
Like Twilight Soul was a great
I
album.
gotta throw in my boy Vic Mensa in there. People slip
but
on
he's not an
people.
old. But he's not an old
I
head
know, but I'm talking about people
though.
sleep on him hard. But I look at like the same way you would listen to Rhapsody album. I say listen to Vic's the same way.
yeah,
Dope projects
yeah.
from both of them. I'm just saying, I ride for the little
Yeah,
Chicago
yeah, it
homie,
was a
man.
lot of dope projects, man. I just feel like I just feel like the 444 album won't age well. Like the last album, the Carter, what the last one, the Carter Grail, what was it called?
Holy Grail, Magna Carta, Holy
Yeah,
Grail.
yeah, yeah. I don't think that album aged well either.
Okay,
It fulfills its purpose, and its purpose is to make a quick buck. Cause like that last album, he sold that to Samsung when Platinum Flame came out, and then with the 444 album, I think he sold that one through Title to Sprint.
right.
You know what I mean? So, um, and it sounds like it is. It sounds like fast food. It's not something like I'll be honest with you, man. Like after the first week of 444, I was good.
Okay, big boy vibe, man. Jay Z boy, the boy homie Van Jones, he premiered his new show this week. on CNN, and Jay Z was one of the guests, and he had a few things. Jay was speaking some real, man. He spoke about the economy.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke about Trump. It was just it was whole going in.
Yeah.
He said as far as the whole when Trump made those comments of calling the nation shithole of a country, Jay would say everyone feels anger, but after the anger, it's really hurtful because he's looking down on a whole population of people, and he's so misinformed because these places have beautiful people, you know.
Mm-hmm. Um, one thing I can say about Trump though, man, like I mean, I really don't follow him like that, but
Hmm.
what he does, what he does, what he do say, it reflects what a lot of white Americans think. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because let's be real, like you go to a white person talk about Africa, the first thing, and really not just white people, black people too, because they've been indoctrinated by white people. They've been taught by them.
right,
So, so you mentioned Africa. I mean, the first image comes to mind is like that commercial where for 30 cents a day you can feed this child with the flies going around their face. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
So I mean, and not to say that he shouldn't. I mean, he shouldn't say that at all. But it just shows how America really thinks, though. You
right.
know, but I just find it funny how a lot of black people were upset about it, but a lot of black people think the same thing because they don't know any better. You
That
know.
that that's funny that you spoke on that because they in the conversation with Van, he was also talking about the whole Donald Sterling incident, and then when he got exposed in his racist views, and they took away his team and everything, and Jay was like, "That's one way of looking at it," but he said another way would have been to let him have his team, and then let's talk about it together. Maybe some penalties because once you do that, all the other closet races just run back in the hole. You haven't fixed anything. What you've done was spray perfume on a trash can, he said. And he said, you don't take the trash out, you keep spraying whatever over it to make it acceptable. And then those things grow and you create a super bug. And now that we have that super bug is Donald Trump. Jay ruffled some feathers because Eminem ain't getting no tweet back, but Jay Z did because Jay
Yeah.
Z, Trump was taking credit for a lot of stuff Obama's done and presidents before him have done. He's claiming to be the first lowering economy for black people and all that, and as far as job situations, but that was already in effect. But
Right.
that's what Hope
Right.
had to say. What you think about that?
I mean, Jay was right.
Hmm.
I didn't watch the whole interview, man, but from what I've seen, I would say that one of the more interesting interviews that Jay Z have given. You know what I mean? It didn't seem as he seemed lax. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like he was himself. So I think that was some good insight. Um, but yeah, but like you said, I mean that's part of the problem. I think currently, well, one of the many problems that we're having with Trump right now, I think us as black people give him too much attention. To be honest, because it's
But
almost
he,
like
but he, but he's the president. How can you not give him that attention? Because at the end of the day, the state of the free world is resting in a fool's hands. So I can understand people say as a black person, I don't pay attention, but from a worldly aspect, you can't ignore that either.
yeah,
He
but yeah,
got
but
this fool can have his hand on the button, so you gotta be.
yeah. I mean, but I feel like it should be more of a balance. Like I feel like everybody just watching them, but
Mm,
nobody's sitting trying to fix the problem. The problem is people in general hate change. That's across all races, all people. People hate change.
right,
But for us, we really hate change, and we hate to sacrifice anything that could be beneficial to us later. Like back in the one thing I can't say about our ancestors, like our great great parents, like great parents, like they did things like they knew they probably would maybe take advantage of, but we would be. You know what I mean? They were selfless in that aspect of things.
mm-hmm,
We don't think like that. We think of how can we benefit from it right now. You know, so because of that, nothing gets done. So my thing is, okay, yeah, you want so much change, but you don't want to sacrifice anything that you have going on right now. You
right.
know, so like how you expect to have like to live the same life and do the same things but have different results? It doesn't work like that,
That's true.
and that's why I had a problem at. So it's like like sometimes if I log on to social media and like, oh, guess what Trump said today that was stupid. To
right.
me, I just see Trump as he's he's that ex girlfriend that you used to fuck, but and now y'all broke up. You still follow her every move. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, cause he gonna do him regardless, us watching him or not.
Right,
So
right.
my
That's
thing
true.
is like, so my thing, let him do him. But while he doing him, they give us a little time to get our shit together, so then the next 4 years come around, we can really make some real changes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I feel like we refuse to do that though. Like, and then every time you do mention that, like, oh, you talking about that woke shit again? Like, you gonna come to Thanksgiving dinner or not? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? And so my thing is, okay, so you hate what these people are doing to us and everything, but you still live in their lifestyle and you still desire their lifestyle. You
right.
know what I mean? So how can you think you can really change? So like, yeah, you can throw a lot of blame on him if you want to, but at the end of the day, that shit fall right back on us.
That's true.
You know,
It's,
and I know that's a very unpopular opinion. It's unpopular to say something like that, but I mean, that is keeping it real.
and
You know,
speaking of the blame falling back on us, you heard what it was, the WME agency. That's the agency that represented the guy that broke Terry Crews. They finally released an official statement. They kind of switching their statement up.
but they say,
They said the facts are these: the day after the alleged incident, Mr. Cruz mentioned it to no one at WME other than his agent, who nevertheless immediately raised it with Mr. Vignette. WME said in court papers submitted in Los Angeles Superior Court on Tuesday. That same day, Mr. Vignette called Mr. Cruz and apologized. Mr. Cruz accepted the apology and then told the only two WME employees to whom he had spoken about the incident that everything was okay. That was the last mention. Mr. Cruz made of the incident to anyone. Mr. Cruz made of the incident to anyone in WE for nearly 18 months, during which time he remained a WME client. There is no surprise since, as Mr. Cruz admitted to this later tweets, he had decided not to take it further and let it go.
well,
And then they said, then the guy the Vinnick guy who he was demoted and slapped with a 1 month suspension after the allegation. So much for that, huh?
yeah, like they ain't nothing. That's some change for him. You know what I mean? But I mean, they really back up what Terry Crews was saying. Like that's why people won't really say nothing because they hold the key, and they gonna look after their own before they look after you. At the end of the day,
That's
and
true.
especially him, and then especially him being a black man. Now, best believe now it was a black. If it was a white woman, that probably play out totally differently, like
Yeah.
much different than how I did.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit more of a paper trail or some
Mm-hmm.
type of investigation. More would have happened, but because it's him, they're like, yo, whatever. So basically, they're telling him like, yo, you either deal with it or you just move on to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Basically, that was what they told him.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a good shit. I see. I see. And speaking, let's talk about switch gears a little bit, man. Colin Kaepernick, man, he finished his $1 million pledge, man. Usher, Snoop, whole lot of folks. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, they all came together, to help him raise $1 million. They putting this money back in the community and doing a bunch of good deeds, man. Salute to all them brothers and sisters that help make that doing their thing, man.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. I'm happy for him. That's a pretty big deal. That's a lot of money that can really be put to good use and for a good cause.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What I think, that's just a start, though. I mean, it's easy to sit here and you can't count somebody else's money. I would like to see that happen on such a massive level as far as helping us build our schools and so much stuff. But obviously, that's what he's going to do with some of the money. But, imagine if
Yeah,
everybody came together with a players like that. Like they say, the black dollar only stays in the black community, but so, not even hot second. Imagine
yeah,
if,
yeah.
if we could produce some power moves like that and invest in, teacher for
Yeah,
few things.
I think it's a great start. I'm like you. I like to see. I mean, I'm not one to tell people how to spend their money because I wouldn't nobody tell me how to spend my money. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I would suggest the next step would be to start building our own facilities and own programs. Because like I said, that's the only thing I had against Chance the Rapper when he gave so much money to the Chicago school system. I
Hmm.
like these are the same ones effing over your kids any damn way. So why you giving them more money? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right.
And I know you're too busy to oversee where that money is really going. You know, I would rather saw that $1 million to build your own facility in the hood, and we teaching and training our own on our own accord. But cause like I say, you get the money to the system, they had to play
Hmm.
by the system rules. So really, nothing really changes that
Right.
much.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? So that's how I feel about that. And then case in point, and then to remind him that he's still a nigga, I remember he went to I think it was like a town hall meeting with the mayor,
Right.
and then when Chan stepped up to talk, the mayor left. You know what I mean?
So basically,
Like,
they took your money and said "f you."
right? You like, can you imagine? They would never put no shit like that against anybody like I said, an older white guy who gave him $1 million. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
They
Right.
spend an extra few minutes to let you talk your, even if they don't agree with it, he'll at least listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
But it played him, man. I mean, 'cause I know Chance, he's a young guy, but I think he have a big heart and he had great intentions. But I hope he realized soon, man. Like, yo, quit feeding the system because they're the problem. We keep financing our own oppression. We keep financing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, take the money, man. Like, I like what Diddy did. Diddy found some people and he created his own school. His own
Right.
curriculum. And, to me, that's a lot
Right.
more effective.
That's true. That's true. And switch gears again, man. You heard we're going that this young brother named James Conley the second out of Des Moines, Iowa. Homie went shopping in a he went shopping in a what's the name of that store? Old
Oh, Old
Navy.
Navy.
He went shopping in Old Navy. Obviously, like anybody else, when you buy stuff from clothes and you go to the mall, you might have the same thing you actually bought from the store. They tried to accuse the young brother of stealing, which he didn't. Then they racial profiled him, took him in the back. Not took him in the back. So supposedly they needed to scan his stuff. Anyway, it turned out he ain't steal it. They looked at the camera, then they walk up on. Then didn't even have the audacity to get a man an apology. So Old Navy, y'all, what y'all doing? What y'all gonna do about that? Y'all
Yeah.
running with the what's what with this racial profiling? Because obviously that was. And there was some white customers before who had similar items that they had previously purchased on too, but they didn't get stopped. So what's it saying? If black people buy something from y'all Old Navy, they not to come back in your store wearing the same thing because you're gonna say they stole it.
Right.
They've been quiet on it. They haven't really said anything. But hey, what's wrong? Cat got your tongue.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's one of those things. Like, I hope the story gains some traction because they're going. If the story gets some traction, they're going to force a response. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I'm hoping it's not be one of these stories that gets like one news cycle and then it get passed along somewhere else and where and basically Old Navy get off the hook because if they can get off the hook about it,
Right.
they will. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, they kind of quiet so far. They ain't really voiced
Yeah,
it too strong. I guess
yeah.
they think it's gonna be quiet and then everything is gonna go away.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I did one of those situations. It depends how the news play it out, man. But yeah, I remember I shared an article when you passed along to me, and yeah, I don't like that at all, man. And like places like Old Navy and places like in the mall, okay, I used to work at the mall for years. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And yeah, you see people wearing clothes all the time because they're always shopping in the mall. So obviously, most of the clothes is from the mall.
Come
You
from the
know,
mall.
so it's not unusual, and especially like Old Navy, same thing, because I used to, like, back in the day, man, I was killing those $15, $20 fleeces out of there,
Right,
I'll be
right,
wearing one, go back in and give me another color.
right, right,
So it definitely not unusual, but yeah, I definitely believe his story because me working retail in the past, I witnessed that, man. Like,
right.
management can be very bitch made. Like, they're not leaders at all. These are just yes people.
Oh yeah, of
So
course.
so I can definitely, and they scared. So I can believe them going back watching the footage and realize he's innocent, and they just stay in the back and just tell him, like, yeah, yeah, tell him he's good. Instead of
Hmm.
being professional about it. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Yeah. And
You know.
Baltimore is back in the news. After the situation a few years with the murder of Freddie Gray,
Yeah,
they
man. What
got
happened?
more. They got more. They got more corrupt stuff going on. Now they
Mm-hmm.
saying cops had toy guns on them just in case situations went astray and they could plan on people.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy, bro.
right now they got a case going on in Baltimore, man. And one of the biggest scandals in history, they said that the corruption case, basically they were robbing drug dealers. One drug
Wow.
dealer, somebody, I guess he was a drug dealer, they robbed him, took like $6,500 cash. Then they went to his house and took like over 100,000 out the safe.
That yeah, I read that. That's some bold ass shit, bro. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's greedy.
yeah.
That's greedy as hell. 'Cause
You
I
ain't
mean,
taking you ain't taking no risks, but you taking all the wins, huh?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, there's one thing you would cook that like 6,500. He probably let that go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he try that up to the game, but you was sitting to straight rob him like of all he got. Oh
Yeah,
man, yeah. Like they can't, and they retaliate and come after their families. You can't even say nothing.
yeah. And
You can't say nothing.
they had those toy guns in case they were ever in a jam.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, matter of fact, 'cause they got caught with a case with something like that. They were saying they found a toy gun in this guy's
Hmm.
glove compartment. They were wondering how it even got there or why was it there. They didn't make sense to the narrative. And
Right,
I
right.
guess they planned it in there. But I mean, but I guess, but the greatest part,
It never makes sense in the narrative, man. It never
yeah,
does.
yeah. But I mean, but I know the writer he was making the bigger point was like this is Baltimore. How many other people are doing this
Right.
across the nation that we don't know about? You know, how common is this stuff? You know, like all this stuff is is government owned. So everything government owned, they all do pretty much the same damn thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So how many other precincts are across the country doing that? That's some scary shit to think about.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
crazy, man.
That's true. So yeah, before we wrap it up, man, let's talk. You peeped the few songs from the soundtrack to Black Panther, man. What you been thinking?
Oh man, yo, this is for Kendrick, bro. Like out of all the songs I heard, like you have not given me one song that I can really just put on repeat to get me
Okay.
excited about the movie. And
I've heard the songs. None of them were. I'm thinking, okay,
none of them grabbed me.
I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's more of scoring the movie so it fits in that way. So we may have to see, but nothing has jumped out like that. So hopefully we'll see.
Nothing. Like considering that everybody loved the movie so much, maybe there's great song placement within that movie because it is a. I mean, yeah, it's a superhero movie, but it's still a Disney movie at the end of the day. So you gotta
Okay.
be a pop appeal to it. So and that's how the soundtrack sounds like. It's like a lot of pop songs basically. So I
Okay.
mean, I mean, complete like you can't forget Black Panther is a PG-13 movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
That's true.
you know what I mean. So and it got to appeal to everybody. I mean, the movie is made to appeal to black and white audiences, not just us. You know what I mean? That's how you gonna get your money. So and I get that too. But from what I heard, is like he just released another song today with him in the weekend,
Yeah, I heard that.
and
Sounds more like
yeah,
a weekend song.
yeah. For one, it's like a weekend song, like something that was probably scrapped from his last album, and then two, like again, I just heard it one time and I was good. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's nothing like man, we put this on repeat, like nothing like I've been listening to Migos Stir Fry on repeat more than I've been listening to the Black Panther music.
Well, damn.
And I'm not even a Migos
Oh.
fan, so that says a lot.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the best song so far is Kendrick and SZA. But even then, I already told you I ain't really care for that song that much. I still believe that Future ruined that J Rock song with J Rock and Kendrick.
Okay.
'Cause I didn't go back and I didn't know till later, till after we did the last show, that that's actually the first single to J Rock's new album
Oh, okay.
as
Okay.
well. But I just feel like Future ruined it. I'm sorry, and I'm from Atlanta. He ruined that shit, man. So like,
Okay.
I ain't been back to that song since. And then I think it was like four songs. No, I guess those are three I can think of. But yeah, but none of them jumped out at me, man. So
Okay.
yeah, man. Oh, we find out for sure next Friday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Before we wrap this up, too, man. Speaking of Atlanta hip hop, the Migos was up for a few Grammy nods too. They ain't take nothing home, but they was in it. They was trending. Through social media. I guess Big Boy, the radio personality, basically was saying they were the
Oh
best
yeah.
group of all time. And Busy Bone was like, yo, he straight up gave all the love to the Migos in the world. Like, y'all young niggas supposed to be on y'all grind. Y'all supposed to be on that. But he checked Big Boy, like, homie, don't act like Bone ain't got no history. And then we're like, damn, he was 100% right. But salute out to
Yeah.
Bone, salute out to the Migos, man. All we doing is elevating hip hop, man, from one generation to the next, man. And let's keep it going.
Yeah. I saw the Busy Bone response, man. But I don't know if Big Boy was really serious about that or he was just like just joking around with the Migos or not. That's the only thing.
Okay.
You know, cause I didn't, cause him asking Migos that, you just asking these young niggas like who you think is the best. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I didn't take that as a serious question, and I didn't take the Migos answer as a serious response. I
Okay.
mean,
That's
I will hope they don't think they're the best ever, but I mean, if they do, I mean, do you? But but
but Busy gave a documentary on
yo,
that whole
man, he went
thing.
on for like a half an hour. Like he
he
waited on
went
his moment.
he went back he went back, took a smoke break, a drink break, and everything. Then
He wrote bars. He broke
came
out
back
his
and talked
bars.
some more, spit some bars and everything. I'm like, damn, okay, homie, we ain't gonna take none away. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, god damn,
Oh man,
homie.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, most respect. I mean, and BZ gave the right answer, man. Let these young niggas have it. That's their time right now. So, I
Yeah,
mean, it don't take away from their legacy at
that's
all. You
true.
know, because I think Bone Thugs are one of the top five groups. I think Migos is probably one of the best groups out right now. But we live in an industry now that groups don't really exist anymore.
That's true. They
So,
don't. So
so
that and
we don't have
that's a
competition.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. That's
You know
true.
what I'm
They groups
saying?
don't exist no
One
more.
other group I can think about is Run the Jewels. You know, that's it.
Okay.
You know, and I do believe Run the Jewels are better rappers than them. But I mean, but far as hits and catchy hits, singles and sales and popping and buzzing like that, I mean, Migos hands down got it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, and so I give it to him. Even though I did listen to Culture too. I think the album was way too damn long. They could throw away like half them tracks. But it made sense because the DJ, I don't know if you saw it or not, but the Migos DJ, he just came out and said that the Migos spend no more than 40 minutes per song. That's how fast they crank out these songs.
All right.
So so I was like, well, I can believe it because that'll fucking sound like it.
I mean, you know, we in a microwavable music era right now. It is what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
know what I mean? It's fast food industry right now, so
No.
I'm not surprised. But I mean, the good songs they do have, they're really good, and the ones that suck, they really suck. But I mean, but I just have to point out the industry, man, they really don't need an album.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep on one Cardi B to drop an album. I don't think she need an album. Just stay popular with some hot singles and features, you know.
Because honestly, I don't think nobody know how to make a real quality. Not shouldn't say nobody.
Yeah, yeah. I
A
mean,
mixtape album and a quality album from sound in the beginning is two different things. And there's only a few artists, quote, real artists. And you talking about rappers, hits of the moment, they could really put together a real
Big
constructive
Crit,
body of work.
Big
Yeah,
Crit.
well, I said an artist, not yeah, he's
Yep,
one. Yeah, well, he don't
all
cause
day.
he's an artist, so like I
Yeah,
say, it's
all day,
very few.
man. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you know, I mean, but hip hop is so vast right now, so it's something a little bit for everybody now. So,
Hmm.
you know, and that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Well,
man. But that's what's up, bro.
that's what it is, peoples. Thank you for tuning back in February 2nd. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button and keep rolling with your boys Black and Blue. Y'all have a blessed week, y'all. Peace.
Yeah.